Hey guys, True Punk Gamer, and welcome to a sort of different video here on my channel, but I hope it does help you out with your Minecraft experience on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, or whatever console you play on. Because everyone knows on PC you can just go on a server to play Skyblock perfectly fine. But in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the perfect Skyblock for your survival. So it's different, it's going to refresh your Minecraft experience. As you can see, it's very unique in how it is set up. There are many different challenges and things that you are going to be able to do with this setup. And, well, it's just kind of a refresher, as I've said. It adds kind of more to Skyblock, and the reason being is because, well, when you set up a Skyblock in console Minecraft, you're going to realize that this is not the same as PC. There aren't nearly as many things I can do, because on those servers, they have, like, the stores and stuff, and you can buy, all your, like, say, cocoa beans and all that other stuff. You can buy materials by progressing through Skyblock or unlock them through challenges, but on console, we don't have either of those features. So guys, this is a unique Skyblock, and the best one that I know for console. I've set it up myself, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. So I know you guys probably have a lot of questions already from seeing the Skyblock, and the goal in this video is to answer them, tell you why I would use this, just like I pretty much just did that, and show you guys what to do. And don't worry, I will upload Resident Evil Revelations 2 next week if you guys want to see it. Just with how I'm uploading that video late at the moment, I won't be able to do that. So let's get into it. So in this tutorial, I recommend building it at cloud level, kind of above the clouds a little bit, but not in the clouds to where you're like this and you're like drowning in the clouds, you know. It just gives it a really cool effect. And when there's no clouds there, as you can see, you can kind of see through that and see the village. You can add some storyline to that if you would like maybe that's where you started out and somehow you got up here and something. You know, it's just, I think it's cool to build at cloud level. You get to see all the clouds moving by, and it's just awesome. It doesn't really feel like Skyblock anymore. It's different, you know? It's very different, and I really like that about it. Just don't think you can walk on the clouds, obviously. Okay, but first of all, the first thing I'm going to get into after the level, that's where you want to build it, sort of above the clouds. It shouldn't be too hard to judge. So on console, you have a large amount to build upwards, and if you want a large amount to build downwards, even though the point of this survival, as you guys know, well, the point of Skyblock is to stay in the air and build your own base in the air and progress through the game. So obviously recommend building this on a flatland world, because that's just going to be the easiest way to do it. You can set up everything you need up here. You don't need anything else from another world that you cannot get in creative. Okay, the next thing is these flowers that are set up across this whole map are totally optional. You don't need to have flowers unless you want to make dyes or have better scenery. I did it for better scenery, and I might use it for some designs and dyes later when I'm live streaming on this map that I'm showcasing to you guys. So I'm giving you guys a tutorial before I stream it so you guys know how to make the best Skyblock possible. So yeah, all the flowers are optional, kind of just for design purposes. Just definitely make sure you don't fill up all your space with flowers, obviously. Well, I mean, you could if you wanted, I guess, but I don't know, I don't recommend it. So, the next thing we are going to get into is the glass. I'm going to go over the things that you mainly see different from a normal Skyblock first. So the glass around here is because, well, it's going to be difficult for you to get glass, because obviously there's no deserts in the sky when you're in Skyblock. So, I'll show you how you get this glass later in the video, but this glass is going to be obtainable as you go through, and it just adds a really cool look to the islands themselves and how you can build it. And a lot of people like making their houses have windows and all that other stuff, so you can use this glass, but at the same time you have to be smart about it and use your glass wisely, which I think is an awesome touch. Okay, so the next thing we're getting into is the dimensions of this. So as you see, you want it 3, you want it 4 going this way. This is counting the block that connects them, alright? If you want, I can go into help and options, settings, and then user interface, and I can display the hand if that, and the HUD if that helps you guys. So you want to have 3, and then they're both gonna connect on the 4 block. Then this one you want to be 4 out, and then this side's 3. You can pause the video. It shouldn't really be that hard to estimate at all, especially with the chest here. And then you want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total, and then just connect it back with that. Alright, so the next thing we are getting into, as you can see the dimensions, you want them to, you want to go, you want it to go 3 down, all the way, for every part. But I'm going to tell you, in the insides of this, there is gravel for you getting flint. So layer the inside of it, only the inside middle row, with gravel. I highly recommend doing it, because that's how you are going to obtain a flint and steel throughout the Skyblock, or else there would be no other way for you to get flint, and you would be screwed when trying to go to the nether. If you see any grass blocks in here, that doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to take the time and replace this with dirt, just so it looks that much better. So let's get some glass. There it is, alright. There you go. Alright, next thing to get into is the chests that are surrounding the island. I highly recommend you do this. I actually certainly recommend you do this. It's going to make it so much better. So in this chest, these are the key items you're going to want to have, and I suggest placing it on this block in the sky block. I surrounded it with flowers just to make it look pretty, as I said, and yes. So what you're going to need is 30 grass blocks, 5 oak saplings, a lava bucket, water bucket, 10 coal, 5 wheat seeds, melon and pumpkin seeds, cocoa beans, and this is the big one. You need to have this. Make sure you have this. A wooden pickaxe enchanted with Silk Touch 1. And obviously I expect you guys to make all of this in creative and then play it in survival. That's the only way I know about going about doing it. I'm going to put the server on a hard drive if I can, and maybe you guys can upload it and just avoid doing all this. Anyway, I want to show you guys how to make it. It has to be a wooden pickaxe, not stone, nothing. Wooden pickaxe, Silk Touch 1, and name it Break Glass, so they know to break glass with it. That's all you're allowed to do with this pickaxe. You're not allowed to mine anything else besides glass with this pickaxe. Then you have the 2 empty maps, because I'm going to be playing on multiplayer. Add 1 empty map or you spawn in with 1, so it doesn't really matter. Just at least have 1 map on you the whole time. 1 ice, regular ice block. 1 dark oak sapling, so you can get a big tree. 1 spawn cow. 6 spawn villagers, so you can get trades going off easily. And more saplings just makes the process go by faster. You're going to want shears for getting leaves and wool, and 2 saddles in case you do get horses to spawn, and pigs and stuff like that. Whatever you would use as your steed, make sure to have 2 saddles. Or you can have 1 if you're playing this alone, but I'll probably be playing this with a friend on the stream in the future. And then you have 2 chests. They're perfectly symmetrical, as you can see where they are. Set up 2 large chests like this. This one over here by this chest is going to be filled with single dirt blocks in each of the slots. That's almost 64 to help you build your island. It's really going to help you progress, and it's not cheating because you need the dirt in order to get things to spawn. So it's a necessity to have a lot more dirt than just this island, because you can't get normal mobs to spawn on cobblestone or any other block like that unless they are hostile mobs. And in this one, you're going to want your ores. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, this is cheating, you're giving us ores and stuff. Well, no, because you still have to level up and use them wisely. As you see, you don't have an unlimited amount of ores. The first row is iron ore, then diamond ore, gold ore, and emerald ore, and then just copy it like that, mirror it basically for the top 2 and bottom 2 rows. So you're still going to be progressing through, and this will not be cheating at all. So yes, make sure you do that as well. Make sure you have torches around your island and on all of these. The glass arrow is optional. I just do it so I can get more glass. You can make this as large as you want. I just wanted to kind of challenge myself and make a kind of smaller arrow. But you can make the arrow as large as you want. Just try not to use it as your base platform, so you're kind of not like cheating what your platform starts out as, if that makes sense. Then redstone torches, that's more for design, but I think it's a cool effect. As you can see, you have the lonely sponge. This is not recommended, but I recommend you do it. Like, okay, that was worded badly. It's not needed, but I highly recommend you make this little island. You don't need the sponge or the lonely sponge thing anymore, but make sure it includes an emerald in the middle, and then you have this dirt right here, alright? And it's going to be surrounded in dirt like a diamond shape, and make sure to surround the bottom half in glass and the top sponge. You can make the sponge block whatever in glass. So if you guys want to pause the video right here so you can see how to build it right there, that's probably the easiest way for you to do it. Okay, now as I said, the flowers are optional, but make sure you encase this in, make sure you encase most of it in nether quartz, because that will give you easy access to XP levels, so you will not have to sit there grinding out. And I know that's supposed to be like a challenge of doing Skyblock, but let's be honest, no one wants to sit there and grind out levels, and this won't give you that many levels at all. There's not going to be that many nether quartz. You can add as many nether quartz as you want, depending on how much levels you want. That's just how I recommend to do it. It just gives you a little boost on the levels, just like you would have in the servers, because on a lot of servers you can buy XP. So, tell me if there's anything more you need. I put Lonely Sponge here because, you know, he's kind of like the Lonely Sponge. He has no purpose. I just put that there because I thought that was kind of funny. And Emerald Block, as you can see, the diamond shape again. This is probably the most complicated part, would be the diamond shape. So pause the video wherever you need, and it's not really that difficult to make. And a basic Skyblock island, I gave you the dimensions and everything. Make sure you encase the center middle row in gravel in order to get that. So there has been the tutorial on the best Skyblock. We've gone through a whole Minecraft day. As you can see, this sign, can't get to the village, lol, say up here bitch. That means basically don't go down there. I kind of just put that for a joke. You obviously do not need this, and it serves no purpose at all. But you can break the sign and use the sign. To be honest, that might be worth doing if you're in placing signs, I guess. But yeah, and make sure you also light up the arrow and this island with torches. Just gonna go over the basics again to make sure that you guys understand it fully. Not saying you're stupid or anything, but I gotta make sure that in my tutorial it's clear. And again, why would you do this? Because Skyblock in console is a lot different from Skyblock in PC. Because in PC you can go on a server and you can buy stuff from a store. But in console you cannot do either of those things or unlock stuff from objectives like you can in PC. So all of this is completely awesome. I love how I set this up. I hope somebody ends up using it. If they used it in a series, you don't need to take the time to give me credit for the map or anything, but I just love this setup. It's my favorite setup for console. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm a homeless man.